I'm Todd Lesser 99, and I'm here with my brother Jacob for Cards and Talk.
How we doing?
Today we'll be doing a deep dive into 2019 opening day.
I'm excited. Let's get this going.
In the American League last year, the Red Sox, it was Red Sox, Yankees, Rays, Blue Jays, and then Orioles. I personally think it's going to be that same order with the Red Sox and the Yankees both making playoffs, with the Red Sox winning the division and Yankees being wild card.
I don't know, bro. Tampa Bay's. They got Blake Snell. Ooh, he's nice.
And he just got an extension.
Yeah, I could see the Rays making a push, but the O's and the J's, trash.
So, and then in the AL Central, it's Indians, Twins, Tigers, White Sox, Royals. I feel like that's going to be the same order with the Twins making a bigger push, but ultimately missing out with the Indians winning the division.
I think the White Sox, I think it's going to be Indians, White Sox, Twins, Tigers, Royals. White Sox are going to try and make a push. It's going to be like last 10 games. It's going to decide between the Sox and the Twins. In my opinion.
And then ultimately the most competitive league in the American League, the AL West, with the Astros, Athletics, Mariners, Angels, and Rangers. The Rangers, I think we can agree, are out of it, last in division.
100%.
And then in fourth place, it's either going to be the Mariners or the Los Angeles Angels. I feel like people underrate the Mariners because they traded all their big names, but I can see that team making a push.
I think the Angels, Ohtani's going to come back for a full year, and they're going to be ahead of the Mariners for sure.
I have to agree with that. However, I do see the Athletics beating out the Angels for the second spot behind the Astros.
Facts.
When Athletics making wild card.
Astros taking it, though. Come on.
Yeah.
Bregman? Oh, God. I see him winning MVP, possibly.
He's up for it. And the National League East, this is personally very up for grabs with the Braves, amazing young core, with Nationals. They got a great pitching rotation, not too bad hitters. Phillies just got Harper.
And Romuto.
And Romuto, yeah. And then the Mets are kind of my underrated team because they made some good moves, got some good hitters, and they re-signed DeGrom recently. Marlins worst team in the MLB, last in division. I'll be shocked if they get over 50 wins.
Over 50 wins?
They are not good.
I see it being a toss-up between the Phillies and Braves for first. I think that Braves young core could definitely overpower the Phillies, but again, with the Phillies just getting Harper and Romuto, I feel like those two, and they got a couple more players, key players. They could definitely push them above.
Yeah.
And then I see the Mets taking third, Nationals, Marlins. I saw somewhere that the Nationals were supposed to go first. Like MLB posted about it, or ESPN said they were predicting the Nationals to go first in the division.
Yeah. And I'm expecting Rhys Hoskins to have an amazing year and go off. So I think it's going to be Phillies, Braves, Mets, Nationals, Marlins. I'm not going to say who I think is going to make wild card because I feel like the National League is a lot more competitive than the American League.
And all three of those teams could make it.
Yes.
Potentially.
But then in the National League Central, I feel like all these teams could contend. We have the Brewers, Cubs, Cardinals, Pirates, and Reds.
Central Division,
yes.
This is the most competitive in the MLB, 100%.
I have to agree. I mean, St. Louis just got Andrew Miller, and then Paul Goldschmidt, MVP candidate. They made moves. Brewers added a few key players.
Reds got a couple good guys, too.
Reds got Puig, Kemp, I believe, is in that deal as well.
Yeah.
I think the Pirates are going to be last in that division, personally.
I don't know. They still got that core, but I don't know.
They do. Chris Archer, he's good, but I don't see them beating out the Cardinals, Reds, Brewers, or the Cubs.
Yeah, plus the Brewers only beat out the Cubs by 1 game last year. So, but the Brewers definitely got a lot more people this offseason than the Cubs.
The Cubs
as-
did get a few key.
As much as it
players.
hurts to say as a Cubs fan, I see the Brewers taking the division. If
Yeah.
Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo return to their 2016 selves and Baez keeps up what he's doing, I could see them contending for first, but definitely second. And then Cardinals, third, Reds, Pirates.
I agree with that.
But still, any team in that division could make a push.
I do see the second team in the Central making playoffs as a wild card.
100%. If there's one division that's going to have three, it'd be that one.
Yes. I honestly, and then the NL Central West with the Dodgers, Rockies, Diamondbacks, Giants, Padres. It's going to be, I personally think Trevor Story and Arenado are going to go off and are going to get the first seed, and then Dodgers, then Padres, then Diamondbacks, then Giants.
Did the Dodgers make any accusations this offseason?
They just traded Matt Kemp and Puig to
Didn't they get
trade to make room for Harper, and then didn't land Harper.
Didn't they get an outfielder?
I don't think so. They might have.
I don't know. I feel like they got like AJ Pollock or something.
Oh, yeah, they got AJ Pollock, yeah.
I see the Dodgers possibly taking first. Again, it's probably up with the Rockies. But definitely Dodgers first. But they're losing in the playoffs. They're so bad in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I think the Padres are going to finally take over. Not take over, but dethrone themselves from being last place every year. Because they've got some key young guys that's going to push them above.
Plus they have Machado.
And they could even push themselves over the Diamondbacks even, I could see. So I see it Dodgers, Rockies, Diamondbacks or Padres throw up, and then Giants last.
And then for my wild card in here, I see the Dodgers and the Cubs getting the wild card with the whoever gets second in the East just missing out. I feel like the National League is so much more competitive than the AL.
Yeah, I would agree. It's just Boston and the AL. Boston and New York just take over.
You can debate the Astros.
And
probably.
Astros too.
And then for
Award predictions.
2019 AL MVP, the people I'm thinking of are Trout, Bregman, and Betts. I can see him making a running for it too.
I think two guaranteed people in the voting are going to be Trout and Aaron Judge, which I feel like I personally don't like Aaron Judge, but the kid's a beast. In my opinion, it's going to be him, Bregman or Betts, or even Altuve. So, but my top three would be Bregman, Trout, Judge. Judge taking it for the win.
My top three is at number 3, Judge, number 2, Bregman, who's just going to lose it to Mike Trout by a vote or two.
Mike Trout better do good with that new contract.
No, he made bank.
$430 million, get out.
And then for the AL MVP, my top 3 at Paul Goldschmidt at number 3, Ronald Acuna Jr. at 2. Everyone's supposed to do amazing. I think he's going to be amazing this year. And then at number 1, I see Yelich getting another MVP.
Yikes. I don't see Acuna making an MVP already. The kid's good, but I don't see him going that far. I definitely have to go. I could see Harper winning it now. No, he's in the... That's American League, right? No, that's National League.
He's in the National League.
I could see him making a huge push. So my top 3 would probably be Harper. I want to say Goldschmidt, but I don't know how he's going to do in St. Louis. And then, being a Cubs fan, got to throw Chris Bryant in there. If he comes back and has a killer year, he could definitely be up there.
Yeah. Cy Young for AL, I have at number 3, Justin Verlander. Number 2, Torrey Kluber. Number 1, Chris Sale. I feel like Chris Sale is going to have a great year with the Red Sox, and he's going to be a big reason for the Red Sox being able to get past the Yankees with all their additions.
Yeah, for American League, I got to go Justin Verlander. 100%. Like, he's slowing down on his, not slowing down in any way, but he's getting closer to the end of his career. I feel like this is gonna be his last like top 5 pitcher in the league season. I could see him taking it easy.
And then
Sorry to interrupt.
Wow.
But Blake Snell, dude's a beast. I know his little cousin. Oh my God, he's so good. I could definitely, if he has another year like last year, definitely see him pushing.
He is really good. Then NL Cy Young, DeGrom, I feel like he's gonna be amazing, but he's not gonna be as good as he was last year. I have him at number 2, Aaron Nola at number 3, and then I just see Matt Scherzer picking up another one.
Yeah, Max Scherzer's always gonna be in the talk, but I could also, in my opinion, it's either gonna be DeGrom or Syndergaard. One of the Mets guys. Gotta take it. Preferably, I think DeGrom would win, but either one of those guys is my opinion.
Yeah. And then, for Rookie of the Year in AL, this one, if Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes up in the first 2 months, I have him. But if he stays in the minors for too long, I feel like Yoshi Tsuji, the mana switcher they just got, I feel like he could take it. So I either have him or Vladimir Guerrero.
Yeah, I'd agree with the Vlad Guerrero statement. Like, if he's not in the first 2 months that he's up there, I don't see him. 2-3 months, I don't see him getting up there. But for American League, 100% Eloy Jimenez. Dude's a beast. Cubs traded him for Quintana back a couple years ago. And at the time, I thought it was a good trade, but he has developed into such a good player. And he just got named opening day, so he's definitely taking that AL.
I mean, he could, but there's not Guerrero and
Guerrero. It's either going to be Jimenez or Guerrero.
I think Kikuchi could put up for a good spot for it.
Yeah, it's just pitchers don't always win.
Yeah. And then rookie for NL is easily Victor Robles.
No doubt, 100%. That Nationals young core, although I don't see them winning very soon, Juan Soto and him, those two are so good.
And they have one of the best rotations in baseball with some additions.
I can see them making a little push at times, possibly.
I can. And now we're going to do who we think's going to have the best batting averages and home runs, RBIs, wins, ERAs, and saves for this year. So, batting average, I feel like Freddie Freeman's going to have the best batting average in the NL.
Definitely.
I feel like he's going to have another MVP season and just go on a tear.
Yeah, he's always batted for average. Same with Anthony Rendon. I could see him being kind of the star and, like, at least not pitching-wise in Washington. I could see him making a push. I want to say Scooter Gennett. That kid is, I've always liked that kid. But now that he's got so many other players on the team, like Puig and Kemp, that are both great hitters, I see his going down a little bit. But my opinion, Yelich is going to take the crown again.
And then American batting average, I feel like last year was Mookie Betts. I feel like now his teammate JD Martinez is going to take it.
It's either Mookie, Altuve, or Trout. 3 every year. One of them's going to take it.
Yeah.
I'm going with Trout, though. Come back.
NL home runs, I feel Arenado beat out his teammate Trevor Story by 1. I think Trevor Story's going to beat out Arenado by 1 this coming year. Again, I feel like Trevor Story's going to go on a tear and come out of Arenado's shadow and be a big part of how the Rockies are going to take the division.
Yeah. NL, I don't know. There's lots of guys that could potentially go. Like Goldschmidt, Bryant, Rizzo, even Baez could make a push. That one kid in Milwaukee, Aguilar, could make a push, but I just see Arenado taking it again.
Then in AL home runs, last year was Chris Davis. I agree that I think Chris Davis is going to take it again.
Yeah, Chris Davis, he's got to have like 4 of these home run crowns. Like, he is such a good power hitter. Either him or JD throw up. Maybe Trout. But I see Chris Davis winning again.
And then in RBIs, I think Baez is going to get it again. And then I feel like Jose Ramirez is going to go on a tear and take RBIs in the AL as well.
Yeah. I say whoever hits the most AL home runs is probably going to be somewhere near top for runs batted in. So either Chris Davis, JD Martinez, any of those guys. But I definitely agree with you on Jose Ramirez. I could definitely see him tearing it up. In NL, it's either going to be Yelich, Arenado probably. I could see Baez getting up there, but I don't know this year. I feel like it's Yelich or Arenado for sure.
For NL wins, I see Kyle Freeland just going off next year, becoming an all-star and becoming a top 10 pitcher in the league and getting 19 to 20 wins, leading the NL in wins.
Yeah, that could happen. In my opinion, I got probably Aaron Nola as my sleeper pick, or like Max Scherzer taking it again. Just pitchers these days are so dominant for so long, it's hard to really pick anyone that could go up. Or I would say DeGrom, but the Mets, such a sketchy team to deal with.
Last year, if the Mets would have put up 4 runs in every game that DeGrom pitched in, DeGrom would be 31-0.
Yeah, that's true.
And they did get better offensive, but I still don't see him taking
Just with the Mets and their hard division, I don't see him going up there. But Scherzer and Nola are my picks for wins.
I think Kyle Freeland's just going to go off. And then AL wins.
Blake Snell.
Blake Snell, easy. We talked about Molio. Kid's a beast. He's going to be the best pitcher in MLB in a few years to come, in my opinion.
Yeah. Corey Kluber could make a push, but I'm 100% thinking Blake Snell.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time he pitches, the Rays win.
It's true. And then NL on run, ERA. DeGrom's isn't going to have his 1.7 ERA again. However, I do think he's going to have the lowest ERA. If not, my sleeper pick would be Kyle Freeland, because I think he's a beast. I feel like he's going to go on a tear this year and really help Colorado win that division.
I'm definitely sticking with DeGrom. He threw a 1.70 ERA. There's no, that is insane numbers. I could definitely see him taking that again.
AL, I think it's Blake Snell. Can only had a 1.89 ERA. I didn't realize it was that low.
Yeah. Or another good pitcher in the AL that pitches like earned run average is always super good is Garrett Cole. And with a Verlander, Cole, and who's the other pitcher in Houston?
Keuchel? I'm pretty sure he's still a free agent, though. He might not come back.
Oh, well, if Keuchel comes back, and then you got Verlander, Keuchel, and Cole, then that's crazy. And I don't know what about that, but I feel like the games Garrett would be pitching, he would be against lower teams. So Garrett's my sleeper pick, but Blake Snell, once again, just such a good pitcher. Super developed, too.
And the AL saves...
Edwin Diaz sweeping it again.
I could see him.
I could see Chapman doing it, but Edwin Diaz.
I feel like Edwin might break the record this year.
He beat him last year by over 10 saves. Like every time he goes in, it's almost a guaranteed.
Lights out. I was able to see 3 of his saves, and he's just lights out.
Yeah, he's a beast.
And the NL saves, I think Wade Davis is gonna get 7 more than he did this year. And
50 piece for the kid.
I think he's going to go off with the Rockies and just pitch lights out.
In my opinion, I disagree with that because the Colorado pitchers I feel like are never super consistent. I see Wade either getting injured, which sounds bad, but I feel like with where he is in his career, it's either he's going to get injured or he's going to fall off, have a bum year. So in my opinion, the kid from Pittsburgh, Felipe Vasquez, oh, dude, he's lights out almost every game. Only had 37 saves, finished like 34th. I definitely see him making a push. So that'd be my pick, Felipe.
And for this week's card of the day, the only trade I've made over the past 2 weeks so far was to pick up a Ryan Sandberg IP auto. He's probably my favorite Cubs all time. And
Filthy.
I was very excited to pick up.
Card looks sick.
Yep. Thank you for listening to Cards and Talk, and make sure to give my brother a follow on Instagram.
Retro Jake, baby.
And I will see you next week. Bye.
Peace. Peace, peace, peace.